Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to be taking a look at Arcane Bombardment, but we're going to be playing multiple ways to make a lot of bodies, and hopefully, still be able to get the same effect we want out of the bombardment. So, if you don't know what Arcane Bombardment is, this is a card that's 6 mana, so yes, it's expensive, but every time you play your first instant or sorcery for the turn, you get to randomly get a spell from your graveyard, it goes under here, and then you get to play it for free. That's actually really sweet. The cool part is if you have a bunch of instants, you can actually do it on your turn and your opponent's turn. So we're going to be playing a huge variety of spells for a lot of value here. And I also want to give credit to LVD because there was a card he played in his list that I saw that actually made its way into mine because it makes a lot of sense, and that's Dire Strain Rampage. Because it can help you ramp if you need a ramp, or when there's so many Silesian enchantments lists running around, you can get rid of problematic enchantments, which is nice. We're just going to give a quick rundown of spells here, and then we're going to hop into those games. However, first off, though, I want to remind you, if you haven't done it yet, you need to go check out CoolStuffInc.com. They are a supporter of me and my content now. And if you want to save money, you can use code DRAGON at checkout, DRAGON. And honestly, you should go, because Cool Stuff Inc. always has cool stuff in stock. Okay, back to the list. We're going to be playing some Brotherhoods in, because we need to be able to sweep things away to buy ourselves enough time. We're going to be playing Riveteer's Charm, because this does a lot of things. Riveteer's Charm can help us find cards, it can exile a thing, or more importantly, it can remove graveyards, so hopefully a way to deal with the Traxxas. Big Score helps us find cards we're looking for and ramps us up. Unleash the Inferno destroys creatures and possibly artifacts and enchantments. Burn Down the House. This makes creatures, which we like, but it also gets rid of bigger creatures, which we like even more. Titania's Command also makes creatures, also removes graveyards, also gains life. We like all of these things. And then we have Rebuild the City. We're playing one copy of this. It's actually really cool. It makes you 3 copies, or you copy a land and they turn into 3/3s, which is super good, with Vigilance and Menace, which is kind of weird. But hey, if we get to replay it for free under Bombardment, that's actually pretty sweet. Then, of course, we're playing Herd Migration. Helps us gain life, helps us ramp up. Well, not really ramp, but find lands that we need. And then if we get this under the Bombardment, then we're just making 3 to 5 creatures every time we cast it. So you gotta love that. We're also gonna round this out with a couple of Go for the Throats and Shieldred's Edict. And that's it. So yeah, if y'all want to get this full deck list, it will be at the end of the video, because we might make changes based on what we learn. But if you do want to download it, we're going to have a download link down below. It'll take you right to our Moxfield page where we keep all of our deck lists over there if you want to check that out. But for now, y'all go enjoy those games, and I'll catch up with you on the back end of the video. Mostly because we already have Big Score, and we could back ourselves up with Burn Down the House, barring the opponent making us discard something, which is pretty low these days. It's mono red. This is going to be a little bit of a problem. I'll probably have to use the Riveteer's Charm to try and kill something. Okay, well, that might help. That's not the worst thing. I'm going to go ahead and play the Mountain now so I can't goof up and not have double red if I need it. Because, man, I can't count the number of times I've done that, where you just play lands out of order because you're just in your head thinking you're going to do a thing, and then you just forget to do it. It's always a feel bad. Alright, that thing gets some sticky fingers, as it is. Alright, cool. That'll be good for gaining a little life. I think I'm going to go ahead and pass. See if the opponent plays something larger here that maybe we can get them to sacrifice with this. Because it could be like Raiju here. And then we could use... Oh, no. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright. Oh, I didn't play the black land. I can't do that. No! That's okay. I can gain 3 here anyway. Functions just the same. Alright. Sure, they get the treasure. We go ahead and do this. Search for a land. I guess we get another... I mean, probably need another forest somewhere along the way. Alright. Now the question is... Nah, we don't even mess around, right? We just go ahead and play Brotherhood's End. I don't know if this is going to be enough. We are at 14, though. So it's not the worst thing. Opponent will likely be able to play 2 things here, though, at a minimum. Possibly 3. We can then deploy Burn Down the House and clear the board again, but we could be taking a lot of damage here. Okay, fortunately, it was just a Raiju. I say just, I mean, that's still 5 damage, but it was just a Raiju. Now, there is an interesting thing here, because the opponent doesn't tend to have a lot of flyers. We could, potentially, If we think we can get away with it, play 1/1s. But if they're playing the thing that deals 1 damage to everything, that doesn't help us out as much. Okay, so Bombardment is close to being... Actually, Bombardment's actually fine here. Because what we can do is we can actually big score. That gets us 2 treasure, and then we can still Riveteer's Charm. And then try to... Man, the problem is, then I don't have any... I need to draw a spell that's worth playing off of the big score. But we'd be using the treasure that would allow us to do that. That's not so good, is it? Alright, we pass. I'm going to gamble. This could get dangerous because it could have another Thundering Raiju. But, you know, if they do, they do. Okay, Reckless Impulse. That's not as bad. Play with Fire. Does suck. That makes the math not work in our favor, really, here. Alright, you got it. Okay, let's go ahead and big score first. I think I will be discarding... Man, this is a gamble. If we do this, we have to get rid of Burn Down the House. Because we have to make sure we have the mana to play Bombardment. But, question is, like, do we, though? You know what? Let's do it. Let's just gamble. Gonna risk it for the biscuit. Alright, we got another Riveteer's Charm and a Herd Migration. So that's actually okay. Make them sacrifice a thing. So we can still slow down a little bit because we have 3 more life coming. If we want to play it that way. Alright, so we take 2, go to 4. Have a lot of spells in our yard. Okay, and another Herd Migration. Sure. Alright, so we can go ahead, gain 3. Go get a mountain. And then I think we just pass here. We're mostly okay at the moment. We're not quite where we want to be, but we're close. I goofed up that early turn by playing the lands. Even though I was watching for 1 card, I wasn't watching for another card. And that put us behind the 8 ball a little bit because I should have been able to cast the Riveteer's Charm earlier and saved ourselves some damage. But it's mostly going to work out here, I think. Alright. Go to this, make them sacrifice. And at this point, we've mostly weathered the storm. Might even just straight up play Herd Migration here. And they drew 2 lands. Excellent. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play the Herd Migration. Well, we go to 7. We know the opponent doesn't have anything, and they have to top deck. They'll attack us for 2. That's 3. So we'd be at 4. We can't really risk it, sadly. Because if they had the right burn spell, we'd be dead. Alright, we get 3 creatures. But it's possible if we didn't do that and they had drawn a, like, lightning strike, we'd have just been dead. Okay, that's good. That's actually more than good. That's very excellent, actually. Target this, which lets us kill that. So that's no longer a problem. I don't think they have a 7 ball, but they're holding on to a card. Don't know what it could be. But if it's like a dragon that just comes over the top, the Shivan Devastator, we'd just be wrecked anyway. Attack, we trade, so we like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite what we want, but close. I think we go ahead and play this. Attack with just one of them. Since we know the opponent's hand's empty, effectively. And then now we get to start trying to go off with Bombardment next turn. But I don't even know if we'll need it. So yeah, even messing up on turn 3, effectively, which was a dumb mistake, still looks like we were able to recover this pretty well. Alright, opponent goes to 11. Draws a Sawblade Scamp. That is not going to be nearly enough for them. Sure, I'll block the Scamp. Oh, that's awesome. Alright, well, I guess we just go with this. Make duders. Decline. No need to play that. But this does allow us to attack. Actually, I'm going to leave. Okay, it didn't matter anyway. Ooh, this is not great. We're going to mulligan that. I don't know what to make of that. Let's keep this. Scrap this. Feels a little weird. But yeah, let's go for it. All right, you got it. So we're going to be on red-black, huh? All right, let's see if maybe a Brotherhood's End will help us out. And another 1-mana thing? All right, cool. We took some damage, but we get to wipe out their whole board here, so we'll take it. Getting a third big score is not great, though. All right. And... oh, Vran. Okay, that could slowly get us dead, too. Gonna have to be careful with that. All right, just pass the turn. I think we're just playing big score, sacking a big score, or discarding a big score. And then we'll just see what happens. Maybe we'll get lucky and find a duress, and I can play that alongside a bombardment or something. All right, we go to 14. An opponent has nothing else. Probably have kill spells in hand, I imagine. Okay, go for the throat. Not bad. Yeah, they're probably looking at this and going, what kind of dumb deck is this? I don't blame them. It's definitely not normal. All right. So now if we could big score, do this, we can still go for a throat that. Or we can save it and then be able to bombardment later. So yeah, I think I'm going to pass here. Leave some options open depending on what the opponent decides to do. All right, they're going to sack that to discard a land. Seems good. Just trying to be real careful here because I don't know what the opponent's up to. Takanuma, which currently we don't even know what's going to get them yet. All right. So just some small creature. Oh, no, they had Henrika. Yeah, we might have to use a go for a throat on that. That's fine, though. That's a deal we are willing to take. All right, so let's shoot that before it gets a chance to trigger or do any funny business. All right, we go to 10. We're going to do this. Get rid of a Dire Strain. Okay, that's fine. That mostly does what we want. Play this tapped. Pass the turn. Okay. Only Cult Anvil. Yes. We have a Dire Strain Rampage to get rid of that, which is cute. Alright. Target that. They're going to sacrifice it, probably. Ooh, big score for when we have another bombardment. Yeah, I think we do. Because we'd like to find a life gainer or something here. Over that, I think. And they're not likely to have a way to remove big score anyway. Alright. Okay, looks like they got nothing here. So far, so good. We can definitely get rid of that to a big score. So I'm just going to gain life here. Get mountain? Maybe forest. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's do that. We can do this, and then we wouldn't be able to big score. I was thinking maybe we could trigger bombardment twice here, but yeah, I think we just kill that, give the opponent land. I think it's fine. We can, sure, we were going to big score anyway. So let's get rid of that. All right, what's the opponent want to do? All right, they can sacrifice that, make a 1/1. Sounds good. So we didn't even have to give them the land, which is a nice little bonus for us. And then we just pass the turn. And I think now we're in pretty good shape. We did lose one of our other bombardments that are in the yard, but I think that's fine here. Yeah, we're not too worried about old Gix. Pass. Yeah, I think we're just going to straight up do this now. We get to replace 2 of the treasure anyway. We'll just go for the throat. I don't think I even want to... No, I do big score here. We're not going to need this anymore. The other big score we're not even going to have a card for, so... It's fine. Alright. Okay, we may just be digging for more things to play at this point. Exile the top 3. Because now we're just looking for things that make creatures and start putting this away. Alright, we'll take another bombardment, I guess. If we have to. Alright, play this. Until your next end step. So we would just lose that, sadly. We've already played a land. I mean, I guess we just use it? Sure. I don't even know why I'm using that option. I should just use something else, but it's whatever. We're just trying to get to the end of the game at this point. Sure, decline. Yep, we'll big score. Get rid of this. Big score. Get rid of this. Decline on that. Alright. Man, the 2 Unleash Infernos. There we go. We're looking for a burn down the house. That was one of the things. Okay. Just pass. Actually, I guess I should just arrest them, actually. Because why not? We already have more land than we need. We're going to be exiling lands here and not even care. You'll take that, I guess. Them costing us a token creature doesn't matter because everything we have that makes creatures makes multiples, so it's not a huge deal one way or the other. Good old Obnixilis. We're going to kill his token and him. He just doesn't know it yet. Sure. I'll discard a card. I guess we'll just target him straight up. Alright, we'll get that. Yeah, this is a still had all these moments. I don't think a red-black deck's recovering from this, actually. I mean, we do need to get herd migrations or something in order. Your opponent sacrifices the planeswalker. Okay, just to use it, I guess. Alright. Makes no difference to me. Target opponent sacrifices a planeswalker. Yep. Alright. Okay. Opponent goes first. I guess we'll keep it. Like, one of those ones where I'm not totally sure what I want to do with this, but I think we're just going to be on burn down the house plan now, if we get lucky. I don't think Duress is going to do too much here, so we're just going to try to, hopefully, find some things to... Okay, well that helps. I was going to say bolster our life total a little bit, but that's going to help quite a lot. Barring them finding something that slows our spells down, just like that. But it's okay, at least we have something cheap that we can actually use, so that's fine. Let's take another forest here. But it does mean we're going to take quite a bit of a beating over 2 turns. So we have to just hope it's not too bad. Alright, nothing there. Ooh, but there is an adversary. Ouch. Ouch. Good news is, we just take a big beating one time. And then they probably don't have anything else. So we're going to hope. Alright. We're at 8. We're going to get off the Brotherhood's end. Deal 3 to everything. Alright. Guardian. Guardian's going to be hard to deal with. As is that. So, what is our plan here? Probably just burn down the house. Though this will be nice when we can finally get to it. I mean, I guess we could do this. Would cause them to tap it on their turn. Cost them a card. Yeah, I might want to do that at least once. Since this is instant speed anyway. And we'll just see how this plan works. It could backfire terribly. But I'm willing to take that chance. Because otherwise my plan was just going to be make a bunch of 1/1s. Because eventually I could block with it. And then kill the officer. Which would have probably been a fine plan, honestly. Not great, but okay. Alright. So now we're going to go to 6 and they're going to get to search. Sounds good. Alright, we're at 6. All checks. How many cards do you have? You got 5 cards in the yard. Okay, we got a second burn down the house, which is super nice. Alright, so if they burn down the house, what are we looking at doing? Block, block. We block all 3. We could kill that. Don't even need to do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and burn down the house for just tokens. I really want to do this and make 2/2s and get rid of stuff in the yard, but no deal. Probably should have just done this last turn, actually. Feels like it would have been just as fine. Yep. You got it. So here's what's really fun. And if the opponent notices or not is very interesting here. Because we can block, block, block. So now we don't even have to target the Guardian. We'll just target the adversary. So this gets 1, this gets 1, opponent gets 1. And then that'll cost them their last card to save their Guardian, if they see it. Oh, they don't see it. Guardian's dead. Alright, a little recruitment officer. That's so much easier to deal with, all things considered. Let's go ahead and kill that to keep them from finding other cards. And now we're kind of in business. Copper coat, sure. There we go. That's what we were looking for. I'm going to go ahead and do this first, just to give ourselves a safety net. Let's make some bears, and let's exile things. Exile target player's graveyard. Alright. Then we'll get an Arcane Bombardment out, and we'll see what we can do. Also could randomly destroy Skrelv, which is neat. I guess I could have attacked there. I mean, we're at 15. We don't have too much to worry about. Barring them finding another, like, adversary or something here. Okay, hey, they can find some cards. That's real. Man, one more land. We can cast both of these, actually. Not sure I really want to, but we could. Sure, you got it. Okay, how do we wish to handle things from here? We can... Does that land come into play tapped? It does come into battlefield tapped. What do we have in the yard? We have a bunch of good stuff in the yard. Yeah, I think it didn't even matter what we played there, honestly. Can we survive if we keep this type of hand? I think the answer is no, but I'm going to try anyway. Okay, hopefully that helps. It's mono black. I mean, probably just getting a removal card out of their hand that doesn't matter. Oh, it's not. What is this? Each player controls an artifact or enchantment, creates a 2/2 bear. Destroy all of the artifacts. Well, we definitely don't want that around. Oh, this is... Oh. Okay. This looks like Golgari Fight Club, possibly. This is a bit different than what I was expecting to see. Cool, though. Alright, we'll just pass. Alright, you got it, opponent. We're taking 3. I'm assuming... Oh, another Graft Reaver. Dang it, I was kind of hoping they just play Glissa there. And then I get to kill Glissa, and that would have been way more exciting. Alright, so that being what it is... I'm gonna go get... Do you already have double green? We do. Even though it's a damage green land. That's mostly fine. I don't know why, Arena got really slow on me for all of a sudden here, so I hope that doesn't show up too much to y'all. Yeah, we're just gonna... Ooh, actually, if we... Get rid of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still wouldn't be enough. Alright, I think I'd rather just take damage here. Let the opponent take some damage, then we get rid of a creature. I mean, maybe they're just not finding land? Yeah, it looks to be the case. Huh. As much as I want to, I mean, I guess... Of course, because I did this now, they'll find the land they need next turn, but... You know, is what it is if they get it. This is actually not bad for us, though. Though now I have to start considering... They have 2 things in the yard. We have 3. We could just make 3 3s and try to fight, but we know they have this stuff. Alright, is what it is. Now, if we get lucky and they play that, we could actually destroy and unleash... Or the Reaver... And then get to kill that, which would be pretty sweet. Oh, with mana value. Nope, we would not be able to. Oh, yeah, it would be if they played it for a 3, though. They might just play Glissa here, though. And then that changes everything. So let's see what the opponent's up to. I think we're just taking this either way. We likely want to destroy whatever the next thing is that they play. Alright, cool. We'll try to get a 2 for here. Yep, I will definitely take 3 for that. Alright, well, we know what we got to do. Let's get rid of this mountain. Why does it auto-pay with not the land you're getting rid of? That should be something we could easily fix, Arena. That seems silly. Like, seriously, that seems silly for a lot of reasons. But, yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay. Oh, boy. We're at a whopping 7. That's going to put us to 4. I think we go with this. All right, we're at 4. I mean, we can gain 4 back. Oh, no, they get to destroy that. I wasn't even thinking.
You stupid.
That's actually dumb. Smart by the opponent. I forgot she had the other ability. I was thinking about just drawing cards. So funny. I deserved that. That was stupid. That was absolute idiocy, is what that was. You know what? Let's go ahead and do one of these. Let's, exile cards from the graveyard, and let's make 2/2 bears. Why not? I think. I was just thinking, do I want to search for lands here with what's going on? But nah, that's fine. Get us, what, 6 life? Yep, go to 10. Now, this could also be where we see... Okay, it wasn't. Because that could have been a big obliterator that would have caused some serious problems. I should have kept that land in hand, too. That was stupid. 2 tail swipes, 2 Shieldreds. Shieldred, it says non-token creature or planeswalker. Alright. So we know what's over there. Alright, let's just pass. I think we're just going to big score and see what we find. I should have, like I said though, I should have kept that swamp in hand. We didn't need to play that. Opponent wants to tail swipe something. That makes sense. Alright, let's see if maybe we find a removal card here. We didn't, but let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could kill that, but we're just going to let that go. We're better off trying to just kill a Shieldred or something. I'm just going to take it. Alright, they didn't go land Shieldred. That's a little bit of what I was afraid of. This helps, but I think we're gambling a little bit here. Let's go. Because I could have solved this problem a long time ago because I was stupid. Alright, now we'll just block because no point in going that low. Especially when we have all this on deck. Alright, well, it's creature or planeswalker, so that's the good news. And we know we can just kill that. What do we get? We get to go for a throat. Fantastic. Works out great. Alright. Passing the turn. Here comes the other one. Sounds good. And since we have a spell, we will get rid of that. Opponent gains a life. And, yeah. Just make some bodies. We're going to go for both of these. And that. Target non-artifact creature. Boom. And then we get to make 6 things. Yep. Alright, end the turn. We should be good to go now. Path of Peril, you got it. And a Graph Reaver, sure. Nice. We're going to do another round. Yep. 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 All of it. Pretty good to recover even after such a stupid mistake, though. Pass the turn. And that should do it. Alright. Ooh. Man. We're gonna... I'm gonna keep it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, can we at least get an untapped land here? That will make things hurt a lot less. If we could at least get that. Okay, that does help. Let's go ahead and keep them off of a thing here. Alright. So that's a start. Obviously still need to find more land, but one thing at a time. That's one way to find more land. Silverbacks, okay. Welp. Next turn's gonna suck. Alright, well. Good news is we at least have a Riveteer's Charm. And that's kind of where the good news stops. But we can still buy time. Yeah, Silverback's the real problem. I was hoping they were going to play the other one first, but they didn't. That's unfortunate. Okay. We are probably just going to take a mountain. We can still kill the Silverback, though, so that's some kind of news. And we just pass. I mean, we could also find our deal 7, so we're not in that much trouble yet. Yet. I think we want to do this. Even though the other one's scarier, we do want to just get rid of Silverback, I think. Man, this other guy tramples too, though. That's a beating. All right, we need to find a go for the throat or something here. What can we do? I think all we can do is this. And then we may not even be well, we're at 23. So I mean, I guess there's reasonable amount of time here. But we're going to take a whole lot of damage next turn. Sure. Yeah, without having an actual removal spell for their Defiler, I think we're in trouble. Because you can play this, pump everybody. Oh, they had a second Defiler. Alright, they got us. Our hand was not good here. I kept a bad hand. I'm just going to give it to them. They can have it. That's terrible for us. Alright, let's keep it. This is one of those ones that's a little bit slow, but it's not bad enough to get rid of, unfortunately. Oh, we're playing against mono blue. Boy, I don't think we beat this matchup. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's some world where we do, but I don't know what it would be. The thing is, though, we can do everything during their instep, technically. I mean, we have a couple of cards like Brotherhood's End that don't really do anything here, so, you know, that's real. But in the meantime, I think we just try to play it patiently. I mean, we have 3 instant speed removal cards. We kind of just let the opponent do what they do. We know they're going to have a ton of counters whenever they finally set that up. But, you know, we just got to do what we can. What? Blue? Okay, all right. That's a thing. Are they going to go for it? Nope, not yet, they said. Kind of want to try this, but I don't think they would even care. They'd probably just wait till we got whatever spell we're going to get. And it's more valuable as a removal spell than it is as a search card. I mean, their hand's going to be basically all counters at some point here shortly. So I think we might be trying to lead with big score. Ultimately. If they don't do anything here. See if they counter. At least just start getting them to use spells out of their hand. And we can just discard a land. We don't care that much. And they'll just, like, make disappear or something, I'm sure. Alright, you got it. Like, I assumed it was going to be something like that. And they'll probably search again here during our instep. I mean, knowing the situation, I guess we could have targeted one of our own lands here. Because there's really no loss there. If they counter, great. We got a counter out of their hand. But otherwise, we just thin our deck out. Because there's not really anything they're going to play that we're going to target. I mean, there's really not. And we would have still had mana to at least try the Shieldred's Edict, even though it probably wouldn't resolve. But at some point, I'm assuming they'll try to go for it, but that point is not right now. Okay, I heard Migration. That maybe does something. I don't know if it does or not. Let's target one of the Pain lands. Again, Arena, why? Why not just let us... I need to just pre-tap for stuff like Dire Strain. I mean, opponent might use a counter here. I don't know. It's possible. They did. They negated it. All right, cool. End the turn. I feel like we just got a freebie there. Okay, we also know they don't have any other, like, search tools or anything there, because no instant speed anything. So that's also good. They did use a negate as well, so that's something to point out. They've only had to use a negate and a make disappear, though, so it's possible their hand has a lot of land in it. Or, I mean, a lot of counters. Alright. Do we just use this to go get a land? I think the answer is yes, because I don't think I want to tap out for this. And I think they also know that, so we're better off just having more resources to do whatever it is we feel we need to do. Alright, definitely not going to go for that yet. Oh, I say that. They could have that other expensive thing. They could have Flow of Knowledge, which might be about what we're about to see. Nope, just a Thirst for Discovery. I mean, I don't know how in the world we're going to try to resolve anything, but yeah, it was only a matter of time until they tried. Alright, so here comes Parade of Counters. And I'm using this one first because if they have something that targets it to protect it, like, it goes off now. And then mana-wise, I think we go ahead and just use this. 2, 4, 6, 7. Ooh, if we can get an 8th land, we could possibly, because they've already used 2 negates, we could Arcane Bombardment and then get to cast Shieldred's Edict. If so, that would be humongous in this fight. But it depends on what counters they have left. Alright, they are countering. There's a Spell Pierce. So I don't know if that means they have choices or what, but here we go. Either way. Oh, no counters, y'all. Shields are down. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is... This is exactly what we wanted. Alright, let's go Big Blue. Another Haughty Jinn? Yep. Alright, we gotta find a spell, though. Or a cycle land or something here. That'll do. That'll do. I ain't gonna lie. If we beat Mono Blue with this, this feels so good. This feels so good, it's wrong. They could still draw a lot of cards, too, if they get another one of those draw for the number of islands you have or whatever things. Alright, let's cycle this. Awesome. End the turn. And we've gotten rid of 3 Haughty Jinns already. That's huge. I'll play another one of these as backup. Alright. So now everything in the yard is live. If we want to play something. Actually, crap. I should have kept that land in hand so I could discard it to a big score. I think we're mostly okay, though. Alright, we're going to target that. Yep, we'll pay the extra. Sure, why not? Target one of these. Go get some lands out of the deck. Alright, we got things. We'll go look at cards. Well, I don't even need to kill a creature. We already killed it. No, we'll just... Yeah, sure, I'll target it. Just won't pay for it. It's fine, whatever. Alright, more stuff. Okay, I mean, I guess we play this? I already played a land for the turn, even. Yeah, this is just going to be wasted. We'll just exile their graveyard. Because that also turns off anything else that would be there, so that's fine. So that should do it. Yep. Make a bunch of things, and that should start setting it off. Play the other herd migration. I'll decline on the strain. I mean, I guess I could have just went and got the lands out, but speeding things up here. Look at exile 3. Decline on the others. Definitely don't need the other bombardments. Scatter Ray, you could steal a thing. Yeah, sure. Alright. Yeah. Alright, that'll do it. That's a fantastic win. Alright, so this worked out pretty well. I think it could have gone for having one more early spell. Maybe another Shieldred's Edict. Maybe another Go for the Throat. Something like, but maybe another Shieldred's Edict is probably all I would have really added. I think we're doing fine here. Even if you want to look, we're playing, you know, 25 land, but we have a lot of ways to search and draw. I mean, no creatures, obviously, but we have a bunch of things that make creatures. So yeah, this overall, I think works out pretty well. I mean, we beat the mono blue deck. I didn't think we had any chance to beat. And the fact that we did was actually pretty surprising and impressive. But I think it came down to us having a bunch of instant speed spells. But looking at this list, we've got 2 Duress, 3 Go for the Throat, 2 Shieldred's Edict. However, I think playing a third would be reasonable here. 2 Brotherhood's In, 2 Dire Strain Rampage, 3 Riveteer's Charm, 4 Big Score, 2 Unleash the Inferno, 4 Burn Down the House, 4 Arcane Bombardment, 2 Titania's Command, which actually turned out to be pretty strong for us, 1 Rebuild the City, 4 Herd Migration, then we have 3 Swamp, 4 Mountain, 3 Forest, 3 Haunted Ridge, 1 Llanowar Waste, 2 Carplusion Forest, 3 Rockfall Vale, 1 Xander's Lounge, 4 Zeator's Proving Ground, 1 Jetmir's Garden. Alright, so that went pretty well. One thing I will say though is I did spend a good amount of time messing around with different combinations and sequences in different situations to figure out what actually works and like how big of a risk you could take or whatever when I was just testing with it. And it's something I recommend you do with this before you play it on the ladder. I even take it into the play queue if you want and just figure out the order to play everything, or you know, when you could go for the bombardment and when you can't. I think that's a big thing that's going to be kind of underrated or underappreciated by a lot of people that play this deck. And even knowing those little bits, I think are going to win you way more games, especially against the aggro decks. Like how long you can wait to use your sweepers. You know, can you go ahead and try to gain the life versus make the 3/3s with the herd migration? So things like that, I think, make a big difference in playing this list. But the fact that we did have some really good games, we beat some of the fast decks. We also were able to beat a mono blue deck with a lot of patience, but it worked out. So yeah, this one, I'm giving a thumbs up. Like I said, the only change really is if you want to go to 61 cards, you want to play that extra Shieldred's Edict or not, or maybe cut something else. Up to you. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Violent Ultimatum. I bring this up, well, one, just because it has a cool line of text of just destroy 3 permanents. But honestly, there was a point in time where you looked at the casting cost of something like Ultimatums have been like 7 mana and it's all colored and you need 2/3/2. And they all were able to be played. We had a period in time where if you thought mana was good now, literally you had board states where like half your land could make 5 colors. People were swapping cards in and out of decks without even changing their mana. That's how insane it was. And some of those cards were ultimatums that need 7 colored mana. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy that too much. It was a wild time in Magic and deck building was all over the place. But ultimatums, very good. If you're not playing them in Commander, I would definitely look. If you have a color combination that there is one out there, go snag it because it could be worth playing because those effects are really big. Now, while today's deck was cool, if it does feel like a little bit much, you can lean on some creatures a little bit in this Esper aggro deck we put together. So go check that one out. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.